Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's see what these tea leaves have to say today. All right, and our card today is the Devil. Maybe, when we hear this, we're like, oh gosh, what does that mean? But I think that this is one of the better cards to get because it usually, in my mind, means that you are going outside of kind of societal conventions, kind of conditioning. You are freeing yourself of the constraints of what should be and thinking what could be, right? Kind of being that wild, beautiful, creative, eccentric, and moving energy. Okay, so let's start right here. We have a person. It looks like they're wearing maybe a dress or a robe. They're holding the illuminating candle. And so it is here in the emotional, but going up into this metaphysical. This is a highly spiritual time for you. Okay? That illumination, I feel like there are spiritual downloads coming in, right? Big ones. I feel almost this energy, and this has to do with kind of the shape of this person. It is almost like a fire beneath the earth, life showing its ability to kind of march on under any circumstances at all, right? We spend so much time worried about things not being perfect, not being aligned in just the right way. But life keeps going. Okay? Terrible things happen in the natural world. At least we perceive them to be. Disasters, right? Things we cannot comprehend, but life keeps marching on. Okay? And so, I think that not that anything terrible is going to be happening in your life. That's not what I'm getting here. But just the idea that when we start to feel stuck, when we start to feel like, I should have done this. I wish I would have done that. If only. And we become just kind of like quicksand, right? Just kind of sinking into these thoughts, into these feelings. We cannot move. We cannot, do the things that we want, that we need to do. Instead, we think, we're creative. We're agile. We're good at doing what we must. Right? We will grow even if there is, miles of concrete. If we have to create that little crack to grow through, we're going to, right? We're going to be that flower on the sidewalk coming on through. And so, I think that there is this beauty in this flow. We have a person here in the middle, kind of sitting, peering over at this beautiful vine with a flower on top. We have birds, and I feel that there is a sense of awe, a sense of peace, a sense of an emerging motivation to make another decision, to go a new way, to try something that you have not tried. Maybe you have thought about going back to school. Maybe you have thought about taking a trip. Maybe you may want to make some kind of artwork. The other day I had this little this moment where I thought, what if I started doing like installation pieces? Like once my kid gets older and I have some more time, what if I do something that's like immersive, like a fully immersive art piece? And maybe I should do that. When I was younger, I did assemblage art. I was really into sculpting garbage. And because that's that's what I could use, that's what I could afford, was found objects. And so there's these moments in our life where we think, what if? Okay, and then we get that kind of devil energy and we think, you know what, maybe I just will. Maybe even though everybody laughs at my idea, or they think it's silly, or, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Maybe I just will begin the first steps of that journey into the thing. And so I look at this and I see there's just so much movement here. There is a sense of great beauty. Usually I would say there's so many little fragments. It doesn't feel like anxiety. Sometimes I'm like, there's a storm going. Okay, but if there's a storm of any kind, it is a storm of your consciousness aligning in the thought, right in the forefront of your mind, that you are a divine being. You are beauty itself. And everything that you do, if you realize it or not, has great meaning and has great impact on everything as a collective. That's not to scare you, but to empower you. Okay? You mean something. You mean everything. And I think this is a good time for you to think about, if you are so inclined, if you are open to this, think about creating your own kind of ceremony, a ritual of some kind, maybe a feast or a celebration, have a party, come together, be merry with those you love, with yourself, with your cats, with your dogs, whoever it is. It does not matter. Find a reason to celebrate. Do something elaborate. Okay, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but do something special. Not just like, you go to the gas station and get a candy bar. No, do something special. Make it a new holiday for yourself. Enjoy the growth. You have grown. You have undergone great evolution. And you continue to do so. You've allowed yourself to have big dreams this year. Have you met all of them? Maybe not yet, but you are in the process. You are quite literally living your dreams. So enjoy this. Do something nice for yourself. Manifest some kind of symbolic representation of where you have gone with yourself this year. And start to think about what is the next year going to hold for you? What's going to happen in this next cycle? All right, let's see here. Whew. I keep, and if you didn't notice, we have a new setup here for Halloween. Very vibrant purple. I love it. And the orange and the spider. I love the spider. Spiders are my favorite. I call my house the spider house. It is a most sacred temple of the spider. And so I keep dropping. Of course, I just put this thing together. And I keep getting tea all over it. So we have a hummingbird here. And we have a lot of flowers. Okay, it just looks like a field of flowers. Maybe the last flowers of the season, or maybe the first flowers of the season if you are in the southern hemisphere. But that hummingbird is sitting here. It's ready. It is looking out over its grove of beauty, of trees and flowers and divinity. Where shall you go first? You have so much to do in so little time, right? So much beauty to witness, so much beauty to engage in, so much beauty to spread. So what? What will be first and what will be next and what will be after that? I don't know. But I feel like, whenever I see the devil, I think of these kind of bacchanalian parties out in the woods, people in their ecstatic madness and joy and bliss and engagement, passions overspilling and so on. And so I hope for you, Libra, at least a little bit of that. Just a little bit. All right, so we have the Divine Doors cards, and these are cards of adventure, mystery, and inspiration. And they have doors on them. And I am very, I have a great affinity for doors. So when I saw this deck, I was like, okay, I have to have that. All right, let's see. I'm going to stop where it feels right. And here we are. We have a beautiful Buddha there. I'm not sure which one, but it is large and it is gorgeous. And it says, offerings, abundance lies in the heart that allows, share more than expected, and see love come around. Abundance lies in the heart. Yeah. And I've seen this card a couple times, and I think when I see it, it is so important for us to be of service to other people, to when we are in especially places of abundance, emotionally, financially, whatever, spiritually, we have to balance that out by spreading it around. I think one of the most important things we can do for other people is sharing our time with them, listening to them, being with them. There are so many people that feel alone and unheard and invisible in this world, and all it takes is us taking a moment to engage with them. If you have more than that, wonderful. Go spend an afternoon with somebody who is elderly, somebody who lives alone. Maybe they want to tell you the story of their life, whatever it is. Those bits of kindness are what will change our collective, our world, and, some of the most important work we can do. All right. So I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as we know, the algorithm kind of decides everything about everything about everything. So we like to make it happy with the engagement that it wants and that it seeks. And these are things like liking the video, sharing the readings on other social media platforms, watching the readings from the beginning to the end. And obviously, you don't have to do any of these things. And, I like to do this little spiel at the end because I know it can be annoying anywhere else in the video. But I do like to bring it up in case you want to support the channel in some way. these are the best ways to do that. Other than that, if you have not subscribed, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read all of them. They all mean so much to me. And I try to reply back to as many as I can. There are so many these days that I do miss them here or there. But I will definitely be reading them. I always read all of them. The other thing I will mention quickly is that I added a perk to the member tier, which there's only one, but that is access to the channel Discord chat room thing. And basically you can come over if you become a member or you are a member. You can come over and chat with us. Myself and other channel members, and I'm sure we will be doing some fun things in there, and yeah. So anyways, I want to thank you again, and I love you, and we will talk in just a few days. Bye, Libra.